Alright, Dragonshire, we got the Hardos, again Inting for Ruby. And apparently Nick couldn't make it today, at least he is not part of the blue team right now, so I assume that they subbed in Rutsu either because he couldn't make it on last minute. I mean, I honestly don't know if that was planned or if that was a last minute sub that they had here. Nick played yesterday, but today Rutsu is part of the team, at least for now. So another best of 2 series. This is the Masters Clash. As we already said, we went through the qualifiers. We whittled it down to the top 8 teams. And now these teams are playing a round robin set in a group stage where we have best of 2 matches between them. We already had our first set just yesterday. Today is the second round for all of the teams. And with the best of 2, if you win both of the maps, you gain 3 points. You only win 1 map. You tie with the opponent. Everybody gets 1 point. And if you don't get anything, then of course, you're not getting any points. There's a lot of prize money on the line here for the event in general. Of course, we're now after the group stage is being played out, we go through a gauntlet. The teams can qualify for the main event, which is in Paris. So they have again an offline final, and there's 12,000 euros on the line just in general. So yeah. At this point, we got Junkrat banned out here in Dragonshire. Rexa, again, nicknamed the King of Dragonshire for a reason, is also banned for that top lane. Could still go into Urel, into a Dehaka. We could see the birdie here. I mean, this is our usual suspects that we have on the map. Mirrodin is a really good tank here. With Falstad, you have a bit more global control that you can utilize when you move from one lane to another. Dehaka usually gets a priority spot for the top lane. If you can't go for him, then having Dehaka is pretty nice, since he can move down to the bottom of the map and join any team fight. When it comes to damage dealers, of course, could still go into your Hanzo. There's a couple of variations of what they could play out now. But I would expect side laners potentially to be focused here first. No, Sylvanas is up, and so they go for her right away. Yeah, but this could be still an interesting match here. Obviously, the blue team has a lot of ambitions attending the offline final. So they gotta lock those points in, right? And already earlier today, where the match by Granite Gaming was playing, they realized that things are not quite as easy as they were expected. So there it is. But okay, let's have a bit of a look. Bad Benny and his boys, we get Hanzo as a first pick, and there is Mirrodin. Again, he's great on the map. Mobility is oftentimes everything on these. So, yep, the Dwarf is back in the house. So that gives us already a Stormbolt. Could be theoretically followed up by Hanzo if he goes into an arrow. And as far as supports go, Lucio is out. We can get pretty much anything from Anduin. Brightwing, of course, also still up, so you can play around Brightwing here pretty easily. Rega and Nuburak. Okay, so going for some engage damage here. Now, with Rega, one of the big advantages is that he is very solid on camp clear, so it really helps you with that too, with the Lightning Shield in particular. And technically, you have more or less every hero in the game that can solo take a camp. It's just always a question of how long does that take. For Rega, he's one of the best supports when it comes to helping out with camp clear. So if you're going for your bruiser camps, if you're going for your siege giants, he can speed up the process a little bit, and that helps a lot. Now, we got Maiev banned out, now that the Nuburak is in. I'm still waiting what they are picking on the side lane. If they're going, for example, for Urel, which would be pretty good with this too. I mean, the Nuburak Urel combo is something that especially the Koreans in the last Eastern Clash in HGC back in the day used, and with great success. So to the day, that's still a very powerful combination that you have. And here is a Dehaka. Okay, so the global gets banned. And the double pick on the blue team. So what are we going to get here? Hanzo and Mirrodin to start us off. When we're talking side laner, Blaze is still available. So you have Blaze, you have Urel, Dehaka banned. Could also go for Leo, of course. Hogger is also up. Hogger is one that I always... I don't know why, but I keep forgetting Hogger. So this time we have Blaze taken. But Hogger, yes, he would have still been a choice for them, potentially. Anduin, whenever there's any engage happening from a Nuburak or whoever it is, Anduin can of course save the day. Does it a lot against Leoric in particular, but against any kind of stun, it works really well. It's actually kind of ironic that Anduin is one of the best heroes to pick when you're playing against Varian. So, with all his daddy issues and everything, the Crybaby can be pretty good against Varian. So whenever that taunt comes out, Anduin can save the target. Now, here's Hogger, and we got Zeratul. I love myself a good Zeratul. Zeratul is actually kind of nice. I like that. Now, together with it, final pick, Rutsu. What is he going to pick now? They still need... Well, they need some damage. Hans alone is not going to be enough for them. Could be a melee. And yes, it's Carrigan. Well, we had a bit of a switch here towards the end of the draft, so the heroes are all still the same, but they pushed Rutsu out. So I'm not quite sure exactly what happened, but it seems that Nick was just a little bit late, so they started drafting with Rutsu, and as it turns out, Nick just came there in time so that they could join after the draft. So he's now on Carrigan for the blue team as we are headed into game number 1 on Dragonshire. We got Yasu on Anduin, Hazorps on Hanzo, Copenhagen is playing Blaze, and Bad Benny on Mirrodin. Towards the right side of the map, we get Galnugulnar on Hogga for Inting for Ruby, Mindtalk on Zeratul, going into a Cleave build here. And we have Rega played by Nox, Cascon on Anubarak, and Hat is playing Sylvanas. Once again, missing the opportunity to play Abathur. But yep, here we go. Level 1 for Mirrodin, the last one to lock it in, and we get the 3rd wind right there. So, with that all said and done, we got now a triple front line for Inting for Ruby. A bit more of an aggressive performance from them. Mind Talk, by the way. Oh, if they would have just waited a second longer, but they get the kill regardless. Zeratul is dead. He's the first one to fall. Yeah, poor Protoss over here. Nah, I'm just kidding. Only a dead Protoss is a good Protoss. So, Hogga is dead too. And off we go. Yeah, I have never really like Protoss, especially Zeratul, is honestly something that was always a bit of a mystery to me. I mean, first of all, why does that guy have a mask there? He doesn't have a fucking mouth. So why does he have that there? That serves no purpose. So it's like Illidan running around, you know, with, I mean, again, the guy's blind. Like, if he had all of a sudden glasses on, they would serve no purpose either. Zeratul running a mask, it serves no purpose. It's absolutely useless. I have never really figured out how the guy is even eating. I mean, honestly, like, where does he put the food? Do you know how Zeratul complains to the manager? I mean, the guy has no mouth. So all of this makes zero sense to me. How do these guys eat? Telekinesis? It's like they're just food for thought. Did they take it literally? Or thought for food? It's just sustenance to them? It's like, I don't know. Protoss are weird. You know, that's why never anybody that had any self-respect played Protoss. They all play either Terran or Zerg. Those are the races that at least need a little bit of skill, instead of just going for your death ball and A-moving. A little bit of a side tangent, but anyways. So, we got Galnugulnar attacked again. Yeah, Nick is murdering it on Carrigan. So, there... Ooh, Galnugulnar, careful! And is that a kill? That is a kill. Poor Hogga had no chance to get away there. He was like, left, right, left. And I was like, yeah, shit. So, yeah, there's that. But then again, up at the top, they're already doing their thing now against Copenhagen. Blaze is currently getting through the gate. But talking about the gate, that one is not surviving much longer here. Okay. But talking about those things, like, one of the things that never really made sense to me, why the hell is it beneficial to blind Illidan? Can anybody explain it to me? Illidan is blind. Why is one of the potential counter plays against him to blind him? He's already blind. Like, what's happening there? He's like, ooh, now I really can't see. Like, what? So, yeah, that was always wild. That beetle, by the way, is a hero. That beetle is a hero. They were taking the shrines, and the beetle was preventing it from being taken. It doesn't change the fact that with all the aggression we're seeing from Carrigan in particular, it's now 4 kills to 0. It's a little bit of a cheeky one, by the way. So you're drafting with Rutsu, Nick isn't in the draft, they don't ban Carrigan, and then Carrigan gets picked. So, yeah, this is where we're at right now. Now, Carrigan is doing work, and she's going for the shrine again, as they're trying to occupy them a little bit at the siege giants. So, level 7 talents, actually with a full engage build now. With the subterranean shield, the burrow charge. They're still pushing Copenhagen back. And down to the bottom of the map, there's a Mind Talk all of a sudden. But yeah, the Illidan thing I never understood. I mean, give the man a break. He's already blind. At least make it so he's unaffected by being blinded further. It's absolutely crazy. The Beetle is rushing in, eats the Stormbolt, alright. And Hardos is jumping out. Okay. So he gets out, but they're actually aggressively now playing around the first Dragonite. I mean, the blue team already wanted to lock that in a couple of times now, and so far unsuccessfully. Bernie the Beetle prevented that from happening. I actually don't know why the beetle is called Bernie, but I think that's an appropriate name for a beetle. If you have any other suggestions, you are welcome to tell me, but Bernie the Beetle makes total sense to me. So, yeah. 4 kills to 0. Top side, Hogger still pushing the lanes out a bit. Obviously, they suffered because of the 4 deaths earlier. And, well, make it maybe 5. Stormbolt, Sylvanas, and she's dead. Anduin killed Sylvanas. I mean, there's a story there somewhere. Yeah, people are always asking me, it's actually kind of surprising. So people are asking me, like, why do you hate Anduin this much? I actually don't hate him. Like, as a character in Heroes, I think Anduin is fun. I like the way that he can ruin plays all day, every day. But you gotta understand, like, Anduin in the context of World of Warcraft, oh my god, I hate that fucker. And not even because I play World of Warcraft. I played World of Warcraft a little bit and was bored out of my mind. So the main reason is that I had to endure that stupid trailer with Anduin and Sylvanas for 2 weeks. Oh, that arrow missed everything, damn. For 2 weeks, in a loop more or less, when we were casting Heroes event in China. And every single time I was sitting there and Sylvanas was total badass for the Horde! And then Anduin came in, I want my mommy! For the Alliance! For the Alliance, mama! And oh god! Such an obnoxious character. It's unbelievable. Doesn't know how to hold a sword. It's brutal. But yeah, if you had to endure that for like 2 weeks straight, you would hate him too. So yeah. Now they take the top 4 down. Dragonite takes the bot lane now. They are murdering them. I mean, the Hardos, Inting for Ruby is Inting. There's not even any rubies here. So now we got a Void Prison. Level 10 abilities are finally there for both of them. Can he get a kill? Yes, no, maybe. Nick! Yeah, he dies. Kerrigan goes down. They kill Anduin too. Yeah, Sylvanas. Look at that. Sylvanas took him down. There we go. That's the story that we all were waiting for. 6 kills to 2. Still a level lead for the blue team. And now they are busy at the bottom of the map. Mirrodin comes in with this enormous wave killer that he has. and tries to take the wall down. But, yeah, we got top side. Our little play for a forward. So they're actually trading at least one structure. But it doesn't change the fact that the blue team is severely ahead now, structurally speaking. So at the same time, we got in the middle of the map, it's a bit of a trap. An Admiral Akbar moment, it's a trap! But it's not a good trap, because Penny is very much so alone with Azu. They need a bit more there in order to get a kill, and if Kerrigan wasn't busy on the Siege Giants, then maybe they could have done something there. But yeah, either way. So, for now, we have camps taken all over the place. The level 13 talent gives Anduin his boots. We got the Chrysalis in as well. And honestly, now that I think about it, Anduin and his boots, I wonder if those boots are just a little bit too tall for him. Never thought about that, but you know, if the shoe fits, or the boots. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Arrow, short distance on Zeratul, and he got out. The light bomb not even working there. They just used a lot of cooldowns on him, and they could not get him. That would have been a nice kill, though. But they still get an Uburak, the Ancestral, just a second too late. Nox gets also caught by the Stormbolt. And honestly, that kind of saved him. Nick wants the kill, gets pushed back out. Benny realizes, oh shit, I'm alone. And he dies. So, Mirrodin is dead, and they take Ogre. It's a kill for a kill. Trades everywhere. The wall is getting attacked down here at the bottom of the map as they're starting to open this up. We got the Shroud of Adun on 13 for Zeratul, who is still up and has a Void Prison. Could take something on, but yeah, we'll see. Now, all the way up at the top, you got Copenhagen stopping that wave on the Bridge of Death just before it happens, before it pushes in here. I mean, normally you don't really end over this one because, again, Bridge of Death, choke point, you don't want to move into that too easily, so there's that. Mindtalk still in the middle. I mean, at this point, he's just a glorified wave clear hero. What's the damage output of him? 10,000. Less than Muradin. Less than Anduin. You're fired. I mean, you're immediately fired at that point. And Nubarak, I mean, if you have less damage than Anduin, then you're doing something wrong. The guy literally uses light as ammunition. He has a sword that he doesn't know what to do with. And you're losing in a damage battle against him. That is just sad. That's, by the way, this power spike on Anduin on level 16 is one of the things that I find the most ridiculous in the game. I mean, he is so fucking strong on 16. That talent, that was a 20. Oh, Hogga, nice. Yeah, getting the invulnerable flames here to dodge out on the stun with the arrows, so that was pretty sweet. Mindtalk gets away. Yeah, that is ballsy. Really? Re-engage? Alright. That I could have seen backfiring. I mean, maybe if Sylvanas was still alive and didn't die to Carrigan, they could have gotten a kill there. If she follows that up with a Wailing Arrow, then we're talking. But the way that this played out, 9 kills to 3. And the opportunity to go for another Dragonite. This time it is Blaze that wants to be a mighty dragon. So, here we go. We got the Dragonite moving straight to the middle. Seems like they want the final fort here before they're moving down to the bottom of the map. Level 16 talent still. Big power spike for them. 2-level lead on top of that too, so the stats advantage isn't too shabby either. That was the big opportunity to make the play down at the bottom. Mindtalk! Yeah, dodged out on the Stormbolt. Good for him. They should still get the keep here. And they get the kill too. Zeratul is not having a good day. They really control him well throughout the game. Now we got the light bomb. Will of the Forsaken being used. Hat is on the run. Rega is doing his best to shield Sylvanas, but the keep is going to fall for sure. Benny still sitting tight. He had to pop the avatar, and now they got epic enter on Nubarak, so they can try to enter these team fights epically with him. But I'm not sure if that is going to change the outcome, because it seems like they're going to lose it. Maybe even right here. Dragonite still poking out on the shield a bit, but if they can get the kill, and they can, then they might go for the finishing move. Yeah, could go for the core here, but I guess they're going to decide against it. Yeah, the death timers are still a bit low. We're only 12 minutes into the game, so that's the big problem. If we were like 18 minutes in, they would definitely try it, but the death timers are just not long enough to really capitalize on them. So, yeah, here we go. We got our Siege Giants attacked again. They're trying to steal those away. And the favorites are, of course, now trying to get all the camps. If you get all of the camps and you get some kills, you can even go for the core. So they're going for Siege Giant number 1. Do they time it? Nah, they just steal it. You could go for a triple. This is one of the reasons why the bot lane is so important on this map too, because you have 3 camps that push through it. So if you get all of the 3 camps, you can technically go for a bit of a death push, especially if you're able to lock in a level 20 talent or any talent advantage before your opponent does. It's not quite what's happening here. They're 8 kills ahead still, but they're not in a position where they can get storm talents anytime soon. So, yeah. 11 kills to 3. Oh, Nubarak. Oh boy, that one hurt. Yeah, the Nubarak is dead. He got popped. Mindtalk also a bit low and is able to make it. Yeah, but barely. It's still trying to get the kill on Bad Benny. The problem is that Rega gets now murdered, and Carrigan is also busying herself down at the bottom of the map against Galnagulnar. Yeah, they really want Hogga, and they're gonna get Hogga. No, they're not! Copenhagen missed the stun! No! Yeah, Nick is showing no mercy. Now the shrines are activating, and now they got level 20. The camp is still pushing bot side. There's only 2 heroes that have survived that little slaughter in the mid lane. So now they're making their play for the core after all, I suppose. Starting to slowly move in here. And yes, here we go. Yeah, the Hardos with a very, very convincing first game. Now, obviously, Inting for Ruby, they're still playing with a few subs, as they did yesterday. I already talked about that a bit, and yeah, even before that, we had to acknowledge that the blue team is of course the favorite in this series, but that doesn't bode well for game number 2. That was a very convincing performance by the Hardos here. They really want to get that position in the top of the leaderboard. They want to qualify for Paris, obviously, and they are making all the right steps here. So great performance by them on the first map here on Dragonshire. They locked the core down, could go for the right click, 6% on the core, right click that thing, and there it is. Game over, and that leads us to map number 2 of the series. GG. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Towers of Doom, map number 2. The lead for the Hardos as we're going into the second map in this best of 2 series here at the Masters Clash. So, it's going to be a bit tricky for the red team to bring this one back. Again, they're playing with a sub here, and map number 1, the Hardos definitely showed that they are one of the top teams in Europe right now. There is a clear division that we have in Europe. Obviously, you have Team who are playing under the banner of Chili Mountain in this tournament now. You have the Hardos, those are the 2 top teams, just hands down. And then you got a couple of other teams that always like reform slightly. In this case, for example, Granite Gaming is doing a good job. But you always got a couple of teams, you know, like that form and just like reform and then have the top 4 spots locked in amongst them. And then there's a couple of others that always keep pushing, trying to get a little bit better, to slowly but steadily just establish them there. And honestly, Inting for Ruby, they made it into the top 8. And I can still remember that half a year back, or a bit more than that, they were always trying to get into these tournaments, and they were always trying to get into the top 8, which would qualify them for the next round, and they were really struggling. And now they are able to pretty reliably like get into those top 8 positions. And in this case, of course, it's a bit of a detriment to them too that they are playing with some sub players here. So something that we got to recognize as well, but that doesn't make it any easier against the Hardos. Now, either way, we have first pick, first ban was chosen by Inting for Ruby, so map was taken by the Hardos. And yeah, Towers was always a good map for them. I could have totally seen them going for Tomb of Spider Queen though. Usually one of their favorites. So there's that. But we got a Nuburak now banned, so very heavy tank focus here. And there's Lulnara. Okay. Bambi is in the house. And what are we getting for the Stitches? Nice! Yeah, we have a Stitches first pick. Do we get a birdie with that? Maybe not necessarily as an early pick, but a bit of a false stat gust going on. Haven't seen also a kidnap combo in a long time. They could go for a kidnap combo here. Drop that Medivh, get the portal out, Stitches goes Gorge, and you just like kidnap the target, get that into the death zone, and you get a couple of free kills. Always assuming that you find yourself on the defense, which I'm not so sure is really going to happen here. Depends a little bit on how Stitches is able to land these hooks. Do we get bad Benny or good Benny today? That's pretty much the question. Muradin and Anduin. Okay, so the Crybaby's in again. By the way, that is a Robin skin. Have you ever seen that skin? I honestly don't know why anybody that is not making fun of Anduin would willingly choose that skin. I mean, if you want to establish him as a beta, which he is, that's the way to do it. Like, he just... They could have at least given him a Batman skin. You know, just a bit of a meme factor as like, yeah, I'm a beta, I know it, but I'm pretending I'm Batman. I'm pretending I'm the cool one. But they just giving him, they just give him a Robin skin and make him look even more dumb. Oh, Anduin. Never change. The Vikings are banned, which is a tragedy. And the birdie gets banned too. I mean, what is this? No fun zone? Come on. At least bring in Medivh. Bring in Medivh, get the kidnap combo going. Just isolate me, cut some targets. That's a good step. Junkrat with a nicely placed mine goes definitely the right direction here. We get Blaze again. And okay, so that's already a hook, a stun, a polymorph, a mine. It's not too bad. That's a lot of ping-ponging around. Yeah, but we still need a side laner. I mean, you could play Leo. I'm actually a bit curious what they're going to pick here. Dehaka. Okay, yeah, he was still up. Dehaka's still up and they get Hanzo. I could totally believe that Hanzo and Anduin are brothers or something. Not Genji. Genji is like too cool for that. But Hanzo and Anduin, if you look at their hairstyle alone, they could be part of the same boy band. 100%. 100%. Anduin is like the sweet guy, you know, and then you look over to Hanzo, he's like the bad boy of the ensemble. But yeah, either way, map number 2. So we got the lead for the Hardos. Let's see if they can lock in the 2-0. Towers of Doom. Bad Benny on Stitches. Get the hooks in. Nikki playing Genji. We got Copenhagen on Blaze, Hazorps on Junkrat, and Yazu on Brightwing. Inting for Ruby with Galnagulnar the Haka. Mind Talk is playing Lunara in the second game. Kaskar on Muradin, Nox on Anduin, and Hat is playing Hanzo. Yeah, we get the timer for Junkrat, we get the patchwork creation. As usual for Stitches. Now we get 1 or 2 games lately where they actually went into the hungry for more. But it's rare. It's not really something that happens a whole lot. So yeah, Junkrat already up to his usual spiel. Grenades everywhere. And the hook is missing. The jet propulsion is too. I was waiting for the Haka to simply say like, thank you very much, coming in with a tongue. And then just dragging Blaze out. But yeah, instead they're going for Bad Benny! Is he dead, Benny? No, he's alive! And Muradin is also with 60 HP, barely able to escape here. Yeah, fireworks in the mid lane. Me likey. Off to a good start here. We didn't get a kill, but we definitely saw a lot of heroes coming close to one. So yeah, nicely done. But then, at the same time, they're looking for that next hook. It's honestly disgusting how much displacement we have here and how much DC. Nick on Genji is the only one that doesn't have any of that. But we're looking at Junkrat, at Blaze, and at Stitches. And a lot of them, of course, can just hand them off their CC and all of the displacement that they have, especially after level 10 kicks in. So yeah, there's a lot of potential fun for the Hardos. They're going to have a good one on this. Now, all the way top side, we got our 1v1. Galnagulnar getting the essence together. Down here, I was honestly expecting Stitches to try and hook someone out as they're going for the camp, which so far hasn't happened. Lunara is dead. Hello? But they're going for the camp. Yes, especially now that Bambi is dead, they can take this easily. There's a hook and there's a kill, and that is a very, very good start. Yeah, once Bambi died, it was a given that they wouldn't be able to get that camp. And at this point, yeah, they're just pausing the game. I mean, they have to treat those early game burns with a little bit of aloe vera, or this is going to be too rough. So I can totally understand that you need a second, because that is not the start that you want here. But this is honestly a little bit tricky. The second that Lunara died in the middle, you knew that there was no way for them to keep that camp. Because, yeah, it's a 5 versus 4 on the map, but it's a 4 versus 3 at the bot lane. They're already in range. The only thing that Nick had to do is jump onto the point for just a second, hold it for 10 seconds or so. Not even, it was like 2. And then the rest of the team can move in. So that was just an absolute snowball. It resulted in 2 kills and the camp taken, which means that we have a significant lead in experience now, as you can see here. So they get an extra 700 XP just for the heroes killed. Mercenary camps chip in as well, and they open the wall up, plus have access to the bell tower, which obviously they can't take right away, but they can already do some early game damage on it. And that's all that you gotta do. So, yes, that kill couldn't have come at a better moment in time. That drag, though, yep, Nick is dead. At least they get Genji. So, bye-bye. That is Genji already eliminated. Robin over here is already running around. Oh. I kind of want a Batman skin now. We have a Robin skin. Why don't we have a Batman skin? Like, we should definitely have one. They had a lot of cool mounts these days. They could add the Batmobile too. I don't understand. They can't officially call it the Batman skin, but they unofficially have a Robin skin. So just call it the Black Knight skin or something stupid. And then make it look just a little bit like that. And then you have maybe a little bit of a voice line every now and then. I'm Batman. Yeah. That would be kind of fun. Mix it up with skins a little bit, instead of giving us weather. Either way, first objective is up, so we got a triple altar coming in. We got on level 4 now the playtime, and we already got the Dragon Claw. Yeah, and they're trying to go for the kill, but Anduin is ready, helping Lunara out, and Benny is a bit low. Yep, needs to have the helping hand of Brightwing, or that would be a kill. Now top left, top right, get exchanged as usual. No, she didn't even. They cook both. Are we going full NA on this one? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They got both at the top. Boys, we could go full NA on this game. I haven't seen that in a while. Normally that gets shut down right with the first objective rotation, but now we got 28 to 40. Ooh. Yeah, even if you lose the game, you want to prevent that. You don't want to go full NA. That, yeah. So whatever you do, make sure that you at least win one. I mean, that's the minimum. Yeah, I'm having flashbacks here. I haven't seen that in years, I think. So, yeah. Let's see how far they can get with this. We got the augmented guard over here. Same time now, of course, with the level 7 talents to choke in Pollenine. Yeah, Cascon is getting hit too. Still trying to zone it a little bit at the front, but has to be very careful. If he jumps at the wrong time and Benny gets the hook connected, then he's going to be in trouble. Down here. Yep, the hook misses. Okay, still fine, but they got the pumpkins in and they can go for that bottom tower now. So, let's see. 50%. Yeah, that's good damage. Very good damage early on. But I'm very scared now for Inting for Ruby. Very, very scared for them. Whatever you do, just make sure you get one. Don't give them that perfect game. Now, the cams are up again, and Benny, they have vision, so that's nice. As long as Muradin is the one being hooked, it's not going to be a problem. He's not even trying. He knows that they're trying to zone it, but they're going for Galnagulnar now. And Dehaka, thankfully for him, Stitches. Oh, Genji's moving in. There's the hook. And they might get a kill here. If not on Dehaka, then maybe on Muradin. He gets attacked, but with another Stormbolt, he at least stops Nick. Benny should have the hook back up in a few seconds. But not quickly enough. Yep, not quickly enough here. But okay, so the altar is spawning. Single altar for now. Experience lead is there. Oh, Bambi! The kill! That one was well done. Can say whatever you want, but that one was well done. Initially, the hook into the stun were already great, but then the follow-up from Nick was just fantastic. So he gets the quick kill here, the Dragon Claw, and now they're getting 3 kills in total. So yeah, the shots have been fired. I'm gonna take a quick look at that. Yeah, look at that combo. Hook comes out, there's a jet propulsion, and then Anduin will pull out, but Genji comes in, gets the hit. That's 5 kills to 1 now. They got the early level 10. They have taken the bottom bell tower, Stitches with the Gorge. And Brightwing has gone into Emerald Wind, so they're really trying for isolation. They couldn't get Falster because he was banned, but Brightwing can of course do more or less the same thing with a good Emerald Wind here. 5 bell towers to 3 already, and still not a single point taken off the core of the blue team. Yep, and they need to wait for level 10 abilities, which will give them some significant power spikes, but still, this is getting dangerous. Lunara with a leaping strike. Light bomb. And of course, we're waiting for Stitches to land a hook or two. Yeah, but in this case, you really need to be careful that you either have a follow-up stun or that you hit the right target, because Lunara could easily jump away. Muradin, yeah, jumps in and just gets gorged. He's like, you want it? You'll get it. So yeah, there's the Riptire. But here comes the light bomb. Bye-bye, Benny. Bad Benny turns into dead Benny. Mind Talk is low though, and Genji! They're killing everything. Fucking Genji. Nick comes in, that's 3 down, that's 4 down, and Galnagulnar is on the run. By the way, top side, they've been just pressuring. So it wasn't even the entire team. Now they're going for Dehaka, and Galnagulnar is in real trouble. He's dead too. Full 5-man wipe. Yeah, and on top of that, we now have the pumpkins connecting and another 5 shots being fired through the altar. And that puts them down to 16 points in total now. And I got bad news for them, because there's another altar up, and that's 11 points on the core. Whew. That's rough. That's bad news. 2 level advantage, 8 kills ahead, still no bell tower control at the bot lane. They're probably gonna get this one, but holy hell, this is a bad spot for them to be in. Mind Talk gets hooked, but they cannot get the kill. It was close though. And they are going for the gobble on Dehaka, but there's nobody there to help them. They're like, boys, we're missing a couple of heroes here. So yeah, Nick is trying to solo this. Nick is trying to come in and he's like, yeah, I'm going to solo that shit. At the same time, we have Brightwing finally eliminated. Seems like Dehaka went in for a successful lick and was able to take the Fruit Fly down. So good for them. Now we got 10 kills to 3. And we have... yeah, still the boss up at the top. There's also a bit more damage to the bell tower in the middle. Of course, it's at least a 4 versus 4 bell tower situation, so you gotta give Inting for Ruby at least that. They're still behind with the talent, and that's a bigger problem. Next objective is also gonna play... oh, Dehaka. Dehaka! Dehaka! No, he's fine. But that was a bit of a scary moment. If you're just moving up here and then all of a sudden they flank you from the bush, then yeah, you're gonna be in trouble quickly. Brightwing can always now also move out with the global again. She's back on the map. We got a double altar up. I mean, technically, if you get both altars and a team wipe, then you can, of course, end the game here. Inting for Ruby with another opportunity to at least get one altar channeled, which they definitely have to do here. So, yeah. Hooks are already coming out. Yeah, looking good so far here. And what else can they do? They got the camp. It's already a bit of a problem. And it's party time! Altars activating in 3. Level 13 talents are available for both, so eye level battle. Brightwing already with the channel. They're trying to give them some space, and there it is. 4 shots are fired, and Hazu is gonna get another one. They get both of the altars. They are down to 3 points on the core. If you take a boss at this point, the game's over. Ooh, that arrow went far and wide, and now they're trying to go for Muradin. He's jumping out. Stormbolt misses too. They're falling apart here. Kaskar gets killed, and Nick is looking for more kills. There's the light bomb, but that doesn't do much besides stunning out Brightwing for a second. Dehaka is dead. They go for a head, and he's down too, and they can easily go for the boss now. Easily go for the boss or escort the pumpkins in. I mean, one of the two. Boss would probably be the easiest way to end the game at this point. Can go for the pumpkins as well, which is what they're doing. They got level 16, but that is really bad news. So this is already getting taken. They're doing both. They're moving towards the boss and they're taking the camp, so they're trying to checkmate them by setting the pumpkins in motion and then making a play for the boss that is forcing somebody to stay down at the bottom of the map. And I think we're going full NA on this one. Looks like we're going full NA here. 42-0. If they don't somehow sneak that boss away or delay the game a little bit longer to lock an altar in, then it's going to be a full 40-0 play. It's a 5 versus 4 situation. They got a level 16 talent as well. They still don't make the commitment. Hanzo is sitting at the bottom of the map, has to poke out those pumpkins. Triple altar is also about to be activated, and they're already busying themselves up here in the fight. Without the level 16 talent spike for Inting for Ruby, and them playing a 3 versus 5 here. This is unwinnable. Anduin is down. The boss is low. The arrow comes in but gets fully soaked by Stitches and nobody else. Lunara is hopping around. Hanzo is trying to help out here, but there's another kill on the horizon as Muradin falls. They go for the boss. Altars, they are ready into, and this is it. Yes, there we go. Full 40-0, everybody. The perfect game by the Hardos on Towers of Doom as they lock in a 2-0 victory against Inting for Ruby.